let us say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all? All right. All right. You're all so shy and withdrawn. Let us begin by reminding you that as it stands now, the probabilities of full disclosure and open contact are between now and your year of 2027. And to allow you to focus on the idea, as we explained in the last transmission, that the focusing on your year of 2027 is not simply a prediction, but something that allows you to focus on that energy, to focus on that probability, to navigate yourselves in that direction, and to manifest that as the highest probability that will come to pass. So it is something that you are actively involved in, creating to happen. So allow yourselves to focus on the idea of 2027, not just as a prediction, but as something you can be actively involved in focusing on, bringing about, actively manifesting that probability into your reality in an experiential way. Feel the reality of it. Feel it crystallizing around you day by day. You have invited us. We have accepted your invitation. So, let the party begin.
Hey, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Exciting to talk to you.
And you as well.
So it feels unsettling to me to think that even negative expressions like violence, inconsideration, or rudeness are still God knowing itself.
Everything is God knowing itself. Everything. There are lessons in everything. It's like saying there's a stream and there's a current in the stream, and I can choose to swim upstream against the current. Does that mean the current is still not God? No. The current is part of the river. So you can choose to swim upstream against the current, or you can go with the flow, with the current. Which do you prefer? Can you learn a lesson by going upstream? Yes, you might develop stronger muscles by swimming upstream. And therefore, you will be stronger when you finally let go and flow downstream. So even what appears to be negative can still be something that will aid and assist you by learning a lesson that will help you grow. Yes?
I struggle with that because...
You're struggling because you're swimming upstream.
I guess my question is, what place does integrity, goodness, service to others have in life? Why do we have to choose to do good?
You don't have to choose it. But let me explain it this way. Speaking of the idea of current. As we have explained, there is the positive, there is the negative, but there is the neutral. Reality is a trinity, not a duality. There's always the neutral place in the center. But the neutral place in the center still allows you the freedom to choose what you prefer. So in a sense, euphemistically, you could say that creation is 51% positive and 49% negative. So the idea is that if you simply relax and go with the current, you will ultimately drift into the positive side. But the idea is, if you understand that you may have chosen to come through the negative side to learn the lesson, that you can simply let go and drift into the positive side naturally, then you will have used the negative side in a way that is actually resulting in a positive outcome. So again, the idea is just to look at these things mechanically. It's not a value judgment. We understand that you can express the idea on your planet in violent ways and ways that aren't necessarily condoning the idea of perpetuating life. We understand that. But again, a soul can sometimes learn in a much more accelerated way by putting themselves in a situation where they are immersed in something that is so dark, so dense, that when they finally let go of that, they will fly that much faster into the light. We call this the rubber band analogy. Because the farther back you pull a rubber band, when you finally let it go, it snaps that much faster in the other direction. And so sometimes souls can use the negative energy, the negative mechanism, to steep themselves in such negativity that when the soul finally says, all right, I have learned all the lessons I can about this being a vibration that is not necessarily in alignment with what I ultimately prefer to be and who I really am, and they finally let go of it, then they will snap that much faster and that much farther into the light, into the flow. So you can use it that way. It's there available to you if you want to do it that way, because Source is everything and all possibilities, and it doesn't judge or devalue anything within itself. It's just a mechanism. It's not a value judgment. Only humans decide this is good or bad. So, remember, you are ultimately eternal and indestructible souls. So, in a sense, it's like looking at a play on a stage and going, oh, there's the hero and there's the villain, and they're playing their parts, and they're in conflict with one another. But when the play is done, they go out and have a beer together because they're actually friends. And they're just playing a role. And without the darkness, you cannot see the light as clearly, because the darkness frames the light.
So if it is all like a role play, kind of good and bad in a sense,
yes,
then there's no incentive to be good in a sense.
There is an incentive, and that is, as I said earlier, to actually allow yourself to feel the ease of creation in going with the flow and the current of the 51% that goes in that direction, so that you can enlighten yourself literally.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Does that help you?
Yeah.
Thank you.